Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Have you ever been on a date where you knew the guy was into you and you knew he was a nice guy, but you wouldn't even consider going out with him because there was no chemistry? Well, if so, I want you to pay close attention because today's video is absolutely vital. See, if it was up to me, I take this word chemistry and I throw it out of the vocabulary up there with love. Not because it's not important and you need to have some kind of connection with someone, but because there's so much confusion around it. I hear all the time is, Joe, I got to have chemistry. It's just something you have. And I'm like, what is it? Tell me what chemistry is. And it's like, the answers I get, it's a feeling or, it's this intense attraction. And I'm like, that's all well and good. But this is the question I always ask. When your mortgage is due on the first of the month, go to the bank and tell them that you and your husband have amazing chemistry, but you don't have the money. See how far that gets you. Okay. See, I'm not saying that, having an attraction chemistry isn't important, but if you're going to have a relationship that's going to work in this thing called life, you need a lot more than that. How many of those relationships, if you had to be really honest, that you've had where there was amazing chemistry in the beginning, there's intense attraction, the sex was amazing, and you realize the guy was a cheat, the guy was an asshole, or the guy was a scumbag, or he had no integrity. That chemistry that you had in the beginning didn't really last and didn't lead to the result you wanted in your love life. So what we're going to do today is we're going to redefine what chemistry is. Okay, I'm not here to say this is what you need to believe because it's your life, it's your journey. But you always want to look at if your way is working, or if it's not working, you might want to reconsider and do something different. So here's my definition of chemistry. Chemistry is a physical attraction, it's an emotional connection, and it's a life compatibility. So let's break it down, okay? The first two are what most people go through. It's a physical attraction. Of course, you have to be attracted to someone. If you're going to be in a relationship with someone, there's got to be some kind of attraction. But one of the biggest challenges there is very often a person will go for infatuation. It's like, oh, he's amazing. He's got these rock hard abs. He's got these baby blue eyes. He's tall, dark, and handsome. And again, that's wonderful. But what about the other stuff? It's important that you need to be attracted to someone, but infatuated, nah, that's not that important. Okay. The second part is emotional connection. This kind of dovetails with the physical attraction. Oh, we have so much in common. We laugh, we have fun. Again, that's great. Tell that to the bank when your mortgage is due. And I'm not saying you should be with a troll who's boring, who's just safe. I'm not saying that at all, because you need to have the level of connection that you desire in a relationship. But just focusing on physical attraction, emotional connection only isn't going to get the job done. Okay. It's the third part. That's the most important part, is that life compatibility. How well do you guys work together? How do you communicate? How do you support each other? How do you love each other? How do you be there for each other? How do you contribute to each other's lives way in a healthy and prosperous way? That's the important stuff. Okay. And to me, that's what makes true chemistry. You know, when I first met my wife, on the first couple of dates, I was like, she's nice. Seems like a nice girl. There was no amazing chemistry because you know why? I learned that that's what I did wrong in all the other relationships. I went for this instant chemistry and this amazing attraction and, look for, oh, we have this in common. And I realized that 6 months, 9 months down the road that, we were simply not the right partners for each other, or they realized that I wasn't the right partner for them. And so I realized, what, that doesn't work. I've got to do some things different. And so as a result of that, I said, what do I need if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with someone? And I started focusing on that. So when I first started dating my wife, it's like, is she the kind of person I'm looking for? Am I attracted to her? Yeah. The first time I met her, I'm like, okay, she's attractive. Okay. She wasn't, drop dead gorgeous, but she wasn't a troll by any means. And, I've shared that with my wife. So before you send any emails saying that I'm not saying my wife is attractive, that's not what I'm saying at all. My wife is very attractive. It's just she wasn't, a GQ model. Okay, or a Cosmo model or anything like that. She was just a nice, attractive woman, and that's what I was looking for. And then the more we dated each other, the more we connected emotionally. We saw we had similar goals, we had similar values, we were on the same page, we liked the same things, we liked to have fun, we enjoyed each other's company, we could banter with each other, and not have to play any games. So there was that emotional connection. And then the more we dated, the more we were involved with each other, we saw that we were compatible for this thing called life. I saw how she supported me in my goals, in my journey, in my learning. And she saw how I supported her when she was going through challenges in her life, in her career. She saw how I was there for her and how I supported her. And as a result, that's what led us to have the chemistry that led to the ultimate relationship that we really wanted in life. So that's my goal for you. That's the intention for this call, is to help you just simply define what this chemistry thing is. So today, here's your homework. I want you to take some mirror time, and I want you to say or ask, what is compatible? What is chemistry to you? Define it. Don't just go, it's a feeling. There's lots of feelings. Define, what is chemistry to you? How will you know when you found it? And then I want to ask you, how important is the role that it plays in deciding who you get involved with? Is it something that, if you had to be real honest, that, look, if I don't have chemistry, it's done. If I don't feel it on the first date, I can't even consider having a relationship with someone. Or is it something else? Because, when you get clear, when you know what you're shooting for, when you know what you're going for, it's much easier to find it. When you're unclear, when you're unsure, when it's vague, that's where you get into a lot of confusion. That's where you get yourself in trouble. So go ahead, answer these two questions. Take some time, take some mirror time, and answer these two questions. And then what you do is, I want you to put your responses in the box below. I want you to share what it is to you, and also so that other people can learn from your definition, just like we're trying to do here today. As always, an honor and privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.